Hi guys, welcome through, welcome through. Hello everybody, welcome to another live. I will be doing free readings today again. So if you would like the chance of receiving a free reading during today's session, please do pop your questions in the chat. Make sure you're following. Tap the screen, share the live as well if you can. Free readings are of course not guaranteed, but I will come to those who I am drawn to the most. If that's you today, brilliant. If you don't receive a reading today, please do follow the way. You will be notified of next time I come live instead. And those of you that do want to guarantee your reading and have a fuller reading, you can follow the note up above here. That will give you a reading as well, a guaranteed one. And I think that's it. I think that's it. Pop your questions in the chat. How is everyone doing today? How is everybody? Okay, okay. Just making sure everything is working. Let's see. I am really good. Thank you, lovely. Really, really good. I am multi-streaming on TikTok and also YouTube, so please be patient with me, guys. Okie dokie. Okay, so pop your questions now. I'm gonna look for someone to read for. Make sure you give me initials or names with your questions. Don't just say my ex. You might have had more than one ex, and then who knows who we are connecting with, okay? Make sure you do ask clear names. And also, if you absolutely do not want to share names with me, you can give me initials. I do prefer names though, but initials are fine. Okay, let me pin your questions as well. Let me bring you over here and let's see, Fatima and Romeo. We're gonna come to you, Fatima and Romeo. Are you one of those people? Who are you, my lovely? Are you Fatima or are you Romeo? Um, okay, so Romeo, please do think of Fatima as we draw your cards. It just helps me connect with your energy as well. Romeo and Fatima, please. Okay. Um, Romeo, I do feel that the connection between the two of you is very strong. I feel that Fatima does love you very deeply, my lovely. That's for sure. That hasn't gone away, okay? And there is definitely a lot of potential here for the relationship. You can fix things, that's for sure. There is a disalignment here. I don't see that your guys are seeing things eye to eye. I do feel that Fatima has got to a point, especially with the Empress coming free in reverse, she has gotten to a point where she she really just she's ready to move on. Okay, she's ready to move on. Not that she's ready to like, not that the feelings have gone away, just that I feel that things have happened, and she's just afraid that she's gonna things are going to fall back into the same old patterns, the same old routines, that did bring the separation in the first place. So right now, I do not see a reconciliation. Of course, it can change depending on the approach that you take. Okay, you are going to have to do things differently. I do feel that you do act a lot on emotion, and yeah, you need to be a little bit more strategic if you do want this person back. There is a strong connection still and lots of potential, as I said, but yeah, you need to I'm not going to dive deeper for you, okay? I'm just going to respond to your question. It is a no that I am receiving right now, but you can change that. Thank you so much for your question and much, much love to you. Guys, those of you that would like to book a full love reading, I do have a 30% discount on right now. It is by far my most popular reading. We do a deep dive into your love life, your connection with someone else, the dynamics, when certain events will take place as well. It does cover plenty, so go check it out. Those of you who are interested, you can find it in the link that's in the bio. Um, let's see who else do we have. Is he talking to some? Who is he, my lovely? And who are you guys? Questions with no names. I can't do those. Diana, I'm sure we've done that reading for you yesterday, my lovely. I'm sure we've done that reading for you. Why are you making me do the double work here? I am sure we've done it. I'm not going to do that reading again. Okay, so uh, yeah, you're gonna is be mindful of the time, okay? You know, my time, your guide's time as well as spirit's time. Asking the same question over and over again can be too much as well, lovely. Just be mindful of that. Michaela, will Andre contact me this week? Michaela, I'm not sure if I'm going to receive a timeline whilst I'm doing your reading, but let's go ahead and ask if he's going to contact you, okay? Guys, I'm not doing timelines now. I'm doing tarot. You know, timelines are time consuming. Tarot doesn't work for timelines. If I do receive a timeline from your guides whilst I'm doing your reading, brilliant. I'll pass on the message. I will. So, um, yes, Diana, it is. We are connecting with your guides, you know, with spirit. So it's not you're not just asking anyone. You're not just throwing up in the air. You're using spirit's time as well. So just be mindful. Um, Michaela and Andre, let me pin your question, Michaela, and then we can see what's going on with Andre. Michaela and Andre. Michaela, I do see him contacting you. Okay, I do feel he's going to be very soon as well. But I also do feel that with this person, it's almost like two steps forward and one step back. Okay, I don't know if you can accept that or not, but the energy that I'm getting here is very on and off. So it is quite confusing, like where you stand with this person. I am confused myself right now, so I can only imagine what you feel like. But yeah, you should be hearing from them soon, my lovely. Thank you so much for your question. I will leave you with that. And okay. Okay, so Saima and Asin realized the value of me because I left him. Saima, think of this person as we draw your cards and let's see what comes through, okay? Saima, spirit, please. Saima. Julia, I don't know if you're in the chat. I've just received your booking, lovely. Thank you so much. I'll be in touch with you once I finish with the live, okay? Guys, if you do want to book the full love reading as well, it does have a 30% discount on right now. By far my most popular reading. Go check out thepracticalmedium.com. It is also listed in my bio. I'll be doing those readings once I finish with the live. It's a deep dive, okay? And even if it comes with a lot of timelines as well. So many people come here asking for timelines. Tarot doesn't give you a timeline, guys. It's a different process, much more time consuming. But I do take my time with those for private readings, of course. And it does come with, we look at the dynamics, and even if the person that you're with is not your person or you're not with anyone, we're looking to when someone's coming through, okay? That's worth your time. So oh, I spoke too much. I spoke too much. Whose reading was I doing? I will find you again. The pain went away. Put your question in the chat again, lovely. Just because I can't see the... Oh, I have to mute my notifications. Sorry. Pop your question in the chat again for me. Okay, it is yours, but let me know what your question was. Oh, okay, Saima. Saima and Q. Spirit, please. Saima and Basing. Will he realize the value? Listen, you gave so much more than what he did, okay? That's coming very clearly here for me, my lovely. We do have the Two of Pentacles. We do have the Knight of Swords as well. He's definitely an avoidant, okay? And there are lots of things that he doesn't open up to, not just you, but other people as well, that he just holds on to. And he doesn't even reflect on those things himself as well. He just pushes those emotions down and he just moves on with his day. Okay. So that's a very, very negative way of being. That causes you to be like stagnant, to be stuck in a cycle and not really move forward, especially when it comes to relationships here as well. That's having a huge effect. So however he acted with you was not because there weren't feelings there. It's not because he didn't love you. It's very much the opposite. Okay, it's because the feelings were there. So he just freezes in the moment and then he makes the wrong choices. It's almost like he's trying to sabotage the relationship without really knowing that he's doing that, just so he can free himself of that pressure. And yeah, but the love is there and still there. Okay. Now, I don't see them showing regret right now. I do feel that his energy can come across as arrogant as well at times, like he doesn't want to own up to his mistakes. So showing that he's regretful is going to show that he's made a mistake. He needs to work on that. He needs to work on that, my lovely. Again, the love is there, okay? And honestly, especially nowadays, this is so common. I see this so much. It's the way the world is designed now as well. We're not spending too much time reflecting on our actions. We're just consuming all the time, and it is a consequence of that. But his intentions are his intentions are not malicious. It's just that he doesn't have the tools. Okay, so he does need to go for some counseling, for some therapy or energy healing. Look into energy healing for him as well. That's gonna help him. Also, he doesn't have to be present. You can book it privately. Booking privately is a great idea. You can book it with myself, someone else, doesn't matter. But you can go to your local spiritualist church as well or center. Oftentimes they do free healing. On free of charge or on a very small donation basis. It's not going to be as strong because it's done collectively, and but it still comes with its own benefits. So look into that if you can't book it privately, my lovely, because I do feel that there is a strong connection here, and I do feel you are the strong person that this person needs as well. Okay, especially with the Page of Swords here coming through. Okay, and he does think of you, okay, regardless of what he shows. I'll leave you with that. Lovely. Thank you so much for your question. Okay, okay. So let's see who else do we have coming through. And guys, those of you who have booked a private reading, I will be in touch with you when I finish with the live, okay? If you are a new client, you should have already received a notification from Shopify acknowledging your booking. But of course, I will get in touch with you directly myself as well once I finish here. Okay. Okay. Catherine, is Seth romantically interested in Catherine? Seth and Catherine, please. Let me pin your question as well, Catherine, so you know I'm talking to you. Guys, tap the screen, share the live as well. I don't see any hearts coming through. Catherine and Seth. Pixie, thank you so much for liking the live. Lovely. There is interest there. Lovely. There's definitely interest there. Okay. I'll leave you with that. Thank you so much for your question. Very straightforward. Um, let's see. Oh, we've got a Sharon. Thank you so much for your donation, Sharon. Let me know what your question is, lovely. I'll do your reading now. Have you added the question with the donation? Let me see. No. Okay. So let me know what the question is. Guys, if you choose to do PayPal, um, you can add your question with the donation as well, because sometimes YouTube and TikTok blocks filters questions. It's just easier that way. I'll still check, make sure that you're on the live, so I know you're present for your reading, but it just avoids the filtering. Um, Oh, okay. You didn't send the question through PayPal. Okay, I thought you said you didn't send PayPal. I was very confused. I was like, I'm sure you did. It is your name. Okay. Um, let me know. It isn't coming through. So if you are typing your question in the chat, it isn't coming through. Sharon, if oh, there you are. Sharon, is John still interested in Sharon? Okay. Sharon, think of John as I draw your cards, okay? Spirit, please. Sharon and John. Okay. Sharon, do you guys have people in common? I don't know, friends, family members who know each other. I don't know who it is, but are there people in common, like in your lives? You don't? Yeah, I do feel, my lovely. There is a lack of connection here. So how long haven't you spoken to this person? How long has it been? Because it does feel, the connection does feel very weak right now. When was the last time you both connected? 2 days ago. Okay. Is he aware that you're interested right now? That makes sense that he works for your dad. I keep saying work, work, work coming through. Yeah, he knows it's been back and forth. Okay. Do you think there's a possibility he's like afraid of where things will stand with your dad, especially with the Nine of Cups here coming through? I do feel that there could be like a little bit of a hesitation there because of that. Okay, I do feel a side of him does fear to like overstep, because he knows your dad as well. I do feel that he's a little bit more careful and a little bit more cautious. There is definitely interest there. There's definitely a spark, okay? But I do feel that he's very hesitant because of that, my lovely. There is a lot of work and he does value his work a lot, okay? He doesn't want to overstep. He doesn't want to, you know, even though you don't work with him, you're part of that universe, that, and he doesn't want to mess things up. I do feel that that's what is holding him back the most. But the connection is definitely there, okay? um, so have you had an actual conversation with him about how you feel, or is it just like intuition? He knows there is something he's heard from someone else. He's mad now. Yeah, I do see that coming through as well, especially with the Hierophant here in reverse. Why is he mad, lovely? Listen, I do feel that there is a world in which you can make things work for sure, because the feelings are there, okay? But there's a lot of hesitation with him. I don't know what it is stopping him, my lovely. I do feel we could very well be connected with that, what we spoke about, your dad and the work situation. But yeah, he needs to get over that. And I do feel that you need to be very open with him about how you feel and what you want. There is interest there. He needs to he's mad because I told him he needs to step up. Yeah. He's you know what it is, even though there is feelings and there is emotions there, he's not yet 100% sure, my lovely, if this relationship is going to be long lasting. It's going to be something that he does want for the long run. So he doesn't want to mess things up until he's 100% sure, until he let go of those fears. I don't think that he's going to be stepping up. It's not that he isn't interested. It's just that he's afraid of the outcome. He's afraid of the future, of where things will lead. If he knew for certain that things would work out, I do feel that he would just go without hesitation. He wouldn't think twice. But because it is that scenario, it is a little bit messy and it's always on the back of his mind, okay? But yeah, does should Sharon speak to him now? Mm, the connection is there. Um, when you get a huge urge of, it's very complicated, we both have part. Oh, okay, so that changes things a lot as well, my lovely. That changes things, that explains more, because I was like, why is it just the dad? I know that it can complicate things, but it seemed a bit too much here. um like an overreaction. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's draw another set of cards for you as well. And that still applies. You know what I've told you? He's not sure. He's not sure where this will lead. So he doesn't want to overstep. He doesn't want to start something that could really not be long lasting and mess up so many people's lives as a result. He's not he's not he's very hesitant because of that. It still applies. Sharon, there you are. He's having this inner battle, this inner conflict with himself, my lovely. He needs clarity, you know, so you need to give him space so he can gain his clarity. I do feel that that's the best thing that you can do right now, especially because he's mad. So give him the room to think things through without the pressure. There is definitely a connection, a very strong connection. We do have the lovers coming through as well. It is complicated though. So I would do, if you can, look into some healing for him just to ground his energy, give him some clarity. That will help as well. I'm not saying it will go either way, but it will definitely give him the clarity that he does need. Okay. So look into that if you can. But yeah, the connection is there. I do right now, I can't give you the answer whether he's going to make a move or not, because there is so much conflict in his mind. He keeps going back and forth with the idea. Okay. So it is very much in the air, but the feelings are definitely there. So if you are wondering, does he actually like me? Yes, he does. And he likes you more than you know as well. And because of that, he's being very cautious and he's being very careful because he knows where things could lead to. And he knows that a lot of people could get hurt in the process. He doesn't want to overstep that. Okay, so just be mindful. But yes, thank you so much for your question, lovely. Will let me actually draw some tea leaf cards for you as well, just to see what else is coming through. Spirit, please, Sharon, and okay, so we have the egg. The egg does talk about success assured with good plans and hard work, okay? But it does mean you have to be uh, not strategic. I do find strategic like a word that means that could sound a little bit manipulative. You know, you're trying to 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 overstep in a way, but no, you do have got to think through before you take actions as well, okay? Because it is a complicated, it is a very sensitive um, situation. You can't just act upon emotion all the time. So just be mindful of that. There is a world in which things can work out between the two of you, but you have to be very careful. Thank you so much for your question, lovely. I will leave you with that, okay? Much, much love and light to you. And let's see. Okay, so Melissa, are you in the chat, lovely? I have received your donation as well. Let me know if you're in the chat. I think that was a live reading, yes, that you've booked. Okay. So let's start with your first question. How does Julie see Justin? Okay. And guys, those of you, I'm just looking here, those of you who have booked a private reading also, I will be in touch with you once I finish with the live. So you should be receiving a message from me this afternoon. Okay, so Melissa and Justin. Oh, my lovely, I did Melissa and Justin. Let's it's Justin and Julia. Okay. So Justin, how does Julia view Justin? Spirit, please. Julia and Justin. Okay. Okay, lovely. So what's coming through is pretty much what came through this morning as well when I did the reading. It's like she really does value him. She really does. And she wishes she had more control of of his situation, and not his situation, but his future within the company. I do feel she really values him. She does see him as a very hard worker, but there are things that are out of her control. Okay, we do have the Eight of Swords here. There are things that I think that she already knows that are going on, or that she feels that she wants to do, but she can't do because there's so many office politics in place. But she really, her view on him is really positive. Okay, she really does like his work ethic and what he delivers as well. I do feel that if it was up to her, a lot of the things um, that have gone through or will go through in a company would just not happen. Okay, but unfortunately it isn't. There is a hierarchy and she does have to follow that, and it is a complicated situation. But yes, I do feel like the urge of wanting to help and not knowing what to do, not wanting to really damage herself in the process as well. He's going to share things with her that she doesn't know. Yeah, and she's going to care. Okay, she's going to listen to him. She's very much going to care, my lovely. But I do feel that at the end of the day, she's going to be there are a lot of things that is going to be um, out of her reach, things that she's not going to be able to help with, even though she will empathize with what's going on with what he she won't be her hands will be tied. Okay, look, we have the Eight of Swords, we have the Nine of Swords, we have the Queen of Wands. Even though she's in a position where she can make change, there's only so much change that she can make without really affecting her own her own position. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Don't expect too much. Don't expect for her to be able to change too much, because even though I feel that she will want to, she's not going to be able to. And now let's see how she feels about Grady. Okay, so Julie and Grady. Spirit, please. Julie and Grady. She's aware of him already. I don't feel that this is the first time that Grady has caused issues or problems. I do feel that people talk, and she's already aware that there are some issues in the company that are caused by him. Okay, so it's not that she's completely blind to the situation. I do feel that she does have she's very attuned with what's going on around her. Um, she does try to keep pleasant. She just try to keep like a cordial relationship with him. That's for sure, especially with the Nine of Pentacles coming through. But I don't feel. I do also feel that she keeps him at arm's length. Okay, so she's very neutral when it comes to Grady. She knows that there are issues, but she's also not getting involved, and that's gonna go for the same. That's still gonna be the same even when Justin does open up and does have a conversation with her. She's still gonna feel the same way. Okay, yes, she knows the issues are there, but she's very limited with what she can do without harming herself and harming her own relationships in the company. Because I do feel that Grady is not just is he's very um, there are more people in the company, people higher above her in which he does have very good relationships with. So it's she doesn't want to overstep that as well. But yeah, she's not a fan. It's not like she likes this person, but she's also holding on to what she has. Okay, she has got to protect herself as well in a way. So she's going to listen. She's going to, of course, pay attention to what Justin has got to say, but she's going to be limited with what she can do, my lovely. I am afraid, okay? I know it's not what you want to hear, but of course, as I said in your reading this morning, he can go and have that conversation, just to clear his conscience, know that he's tried to do everything that he can to make things better. I don't think that that's a bad choice. I don't think that having a conversation with her, it's going to make his situation more difficult, because I do feel that Julie is very much going to be standing by his side. She's going to try to protect him as much as she can, but she's also not going to overstep her own boundaries. Yes, I don't think she will be surprised. No, she's very attuned with what's going on. Not the particular situation, but with Grady himself, okay? She knows that he's no saint. Now, let me go ahead and draw some tea leaf cards as well, just to see what else is coming through in regards to this situation, lovely. Spirit, please. Okay, so we have the knot. The knot does talk about unsuccessful plans. It's what I keep saying, my lovely. I don't think he's going to get the result that he is looking for, what he wants by having this conversation. I still think he should have this conversation just to clear his mind, but her hands will be tight, okay? She won't be able to change much. And we also do have the broken ring. The broken ring does talk about parting of the ways in either romance or business. And here we do know that it is the business side of thing. So, yeah, I still do think that he will end up going elsewhere, okay? Thank you so much, Melissa. And I'm so sorry. I've seen that you've made another booking as well. I'll do your reading, okay, as soon as I finish with the live. So yours will be the first one on my list. Thank you so much for your trust. And yeah, we'll speak a little bit later. And let's see, Jurgita, I don't know if you're still in the live, my lovely. I have received your booking also. I will be in touch with you once I finish with the live. Thank you so much. Guys, let me just do a couple of free readings now before I go. I do have got to go. Don't forget, there is a 30% discount on my full love reading right now for those of you that have been wanting to book a reading and haven't had a chance. Now is a good time to do so. Okay, so I'm just going to be able to do a couple readings, guys, and then I do have to go. So, Gazala, does my husband Cameron reconcile with me? Okay, so Gazala and Cameron, please do think of Cameron, lovely, as we draw your cards. Cameron and Gazala. I don't think he has the tools to make a relationship work. Okay, I am not seeing a reconciliation right now, my lovely. I see someone who is very emotionally immature, and he's very much drowning in his own mistakes right now because of that. Okay, of course it can change depending on the trajectory that you both take. Your actions are also going to change the results of this. So if you truly do want this person back in your life, you do need to take a different approach. Okay, look into love healing for the relationship as well. That can be very, very beneficial. But right now, I am receiving a no. Thank you so much for your question, and I'll leave you with that. And let's see. Shiba, will my finances improve? Shiba and finances. Shiba and finances. Shiba, I am receiving a no. Not anytime soon, my lovely. I do feel that your financial situation, your work situation, whatever it is, feels very chaotic right now. Um, I feel you need to ask some advice from people around you as well, okay, to make some beneficial changes. Don't try to do everything on your own. So ask for help where you can. But I don't see a change right now. Something has got to change for you to be able to to be more financially independent, my lovely, and action needs to be taken. Okay, so don't just sit there and wait for things to fall into place. You need to take more action as well. Thank you so much for your question. Okay, guys, I will have to go. Thank you so much to those of you who have booked a private reading. I have already You should have already received a notification from Shopify acknowledging your booking with your booking number, but I'll message you now as well, okay, so we can arrange your booking. I do telephone, email, and also in-person readings.